Hey, everybody. Welcome to Cardboard Commander. My name is Jerry, and welcome to the third episode of the Zone of Control podcast. So, this week I'm not recording live. I've had a couple things going on in my life. I've had to put my mom into a nursing home, and the last couple of weeks have been very difficult. So, didn't really have time to do a live, so I thought I would do a recording. I hope you all understand. I don't even know if people need a live. What's your thoughts? Do you like it live or would you rather have it recorded? I know we don't get a lot of people on the live, but sometimes it's kind of cool interacting with people, and we would hope that, of course, it would grow. But as you guys know, I try to do this podcast in 30 minutes. So, with that being said, we got a little bit of things to cover today, so we're going to kind of move along here. So, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to talk about last week, what we did last week. We're going to take a look at my pre orders and what's coming and what's not coming or going to be delayed. We've got a Thursday night showdown that we're going to announce with ID Jester. The topic for the week is Are Monster Games Dead? And we're going to talk about those huge war games, very crunchy, big outlay games. We're going to talk about that a little bit. And then we're going to talk about my featured YouTube channel. We're going to look at the GoFundMe for Roger McGowan. That's just a sad, sad situation. So many people are impacted by that. But it's a good way to help us give back to our own and our community. And then we're going to look at the Game Found release of Battle Commander Volume 1. That looks really cool. And then I'm thinking about adding a different segment going forward, added on called Roll Call, and we'll discuss that a little bit. So without further ado, let's go ahead and move on and let's get started. So last week, I did a couple unboxing videos. I did one of Jeff Davis, Confederacy at War, and I did one of Worthington Publishing's 1944 D-Day to the Rhine. Uh, this is a very substantial box, and I actually got this on sale for $37. It was a great deal. Um, Sorry, my phone's going off. We also are doing something kind of new. So, as you all know, go check out the unboxing videos at Cardboard Commander on YouTube. Almost forgot that. Um, so, one of the cool things we're doing is I'm taking the rule book from Enemy Action Kharkov, and today I'm going to start doing a learning session, and that learning session is going to be me reading the rules and learning the game and kind of looking at the board. So I'm going to kind of share that with you. You may not like watching it, you may like watching it, but I'm going to go ahead and do that and see what people think. I need to get this done because I want to get the game started here in the next week or so. But we're going to learn the game together, so make sure you check that out. Really looking forward to playing this. It is a little crunchier than I thought, but it's okay. I'll learn it. All right, my pre-orders. This is always fun, right? You get to check out what you're going to be getting. I've been really excited to get Stalingrad 42. I see it made the cut at GMT, so that is awesome because I'm only missing a couple of the 40 series games, and as most of you know, I really enjoy those games. The next one's from Compass. I've got Arnhem Combat Module coming, Volume 3. Now, I don't own any of the other volumes, so this will be my first look at the combat system. But the Rough Swordsman swears by this game, so I decided I'd pick it up, and I like that theme of Arnhem and Market Garden and that, so I'm looking forward to that. One of my favorite games ever is House Divided, and I have a couple copies. Got the Mayfair edition, and I've got the old school GDW edition. I really enjoy this game, and one of the reasons I like this game is it is a great introductory game to get people into wargaming. I know I've got two or three friends that have actually played the game, and they actually liked it, and we had fun playing. So, really looking forward to the designer edition. That should be coming out pretty soon. Italy 43 looks amazing. Looks like it made the cut, and we should be seeing it. I don't know how soon we're going to see it, but we should be seeing it. Combat Commander, you guys know I love me some Combat Commander, and I had to pick up, like, I have all the modules, they're all back there on my shelf, but I did order the Europe Mediterranean 20th Anniversary Edition. I don't know what's going to be in there, but hey, it's Combat Commander stuff, right? Then we got Rebel Tide. I've got that from Compass Games. So I've got Pacific Tide, Imperial Tide. I know there's going to be like a Desert Tide coming out. But I'm really looking forward to Rebel Tide and Civil War. I like that system. I'm really looking forward to that. I've also backed the Rocket Chickamauga, so I missed out on the Faithful Sacrifice, or I know I'm probably butchering the name, but I'm not going to miss out on this. So I signed up for it early. I got all the cool little dice. Um, I'm looking forward to getting that out. And then, believe it or not, we've got shipping. We've got In the Shadows is coming. Should be getting it soon. I think the GMT sending stuff out by the 29th. So we should be seeing that come up soon. I'm really looking forward to playing that. And there'll be a replay of that quickly as soon as I get it. I'm really looking forward to that. Thursday night, we're having a showdown with ID Jester. We're going to play a Jest of Robin Hood. What's that, you ask? Yes, Jerry is going to play a non-war game. And I'm pretty excited about it. Now, we talked about a couple weeks ago about coin and whether you're playing coin. This isn't a coin game per se, but everybody says it's coin light. So I'm really looking forward to that. So if you want to check that out, make sure you come by Thursday night at the at my YouTube channel at Cardboard Commander, 7 p.m. Eastern time, and Jester and I will be duking it out and playing the game and learning it. I've been looking at some of the playthroughs. It looks pretty fun. I'm hoping that I can get my wife to play it. It'd be one of those games I'd like to try to get her involved. But if you guys want to check that out, come by on Thursday night, January 30th, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to the Cardboard Commander channel and check us out and root us on. I got to beat Jester one of these games sooner or later. All right. We come to this week's objective. And that objective is this. I'm asking the question, are monster games dead? And the reason I'm asking that is you just don't see a lot of manufacturers coming out with them anymore like you used to back in the day. Now, I know there's some, look, I'm not familiar with any of these OCS games. Ardwolf plays some of these huge games. I've never been interested in playing the games just because I've never had a place to set it up, and B, I've never had anybody to play it with. But I remember seeing the Longest Day set up years and years ago, and there must have been, I mean, it was huge and so many counters. And I thought to myself, man, it looks really cool set up. But then the older I got and realized, man, you got to have a huge amount of space. The rule booklet was intense. It just was going to be a lot of work. And I just don't know if the squeeze was going to be worth the juice. Is that what they say? Is that the saying? So I'm just wondering, I'm just going to throw the question out. Do you guys play these monster games? What monster games are you playing? I have a really good friend who plays World in Flames, and he loves that game. He plays all the time. It's just something that he really enjoys playing. Never really got into it. Again, very, very crunchy. The one I would like to play is War in the Pacific. I just love the subject matter. I've seen it set up a couple times. It looks really cool. But again, if you look at the picture like in the middle here, that's a big table. And I don't know many of us that can put up games like that. I mean, I've got my little game table back here, but it's not big enough to throw something like that on and all the little counters and then you got to read the rules and you got to get enough people to play and I think these kind of games would be really fun if you had 3 or 4 people that could play so you could kind of split up the gameplay. But hey, tell me what you think. Have you guys played some? Do you think they're dead? Am I just not looking at it because they just don't interest me? What do you guys think? If you've played one, put down in the comments what you played because I'd like to check them out. Again, I don't own any of these, but I wouldn't be adverse to owning them. Now, the biggest monster game that I ever played was back in my ASL days. I played Red Barricades, and we had the whole master campaign set up. And folks, it was a blast. So um, maybe I'm just full of it, right? But I would like to see what you guys think. Tell me what you're playing in the monster game segment, and tell me about some new monster games that are coming out that I might enjoy, that I might want to take a look at, or I might want to go, see what's happening. This week's featured YouTube channel is Poindexter Games, and he does some replays of like Western Front Ace, Interceptor Ace. He's got a whole bunch on his channel. It looks like he's got almost 100 videos. But the quality of these playthroughs is nobody does it better. I mean, these things are amazing. He does great cinematography. It's just he tells the story really well, and the way he shows it is just very dynamic. So if you haven't checked out Poindexter Games, go give them a shot. It's really cool, and you will not be disappointed. So we're to a little bit of sad news, right? Again, Roger lost everything, all the C3I stuff. Go read the story on GoFundMe. The address is down at the bottom. You can pause this and check it out. Look, if you can give, that'd be great. Don't feel obligated. We know times are tough, right? But I just like throwing it out there. I like trying to help our community, and I don't know if anybody's done much more for our hobby than Roger. So go check that out and give if you feel like you can. Now this, right? So on GameFound, I found this out through Grant at the Player's Aid. He did an article on his blog, which if you guys haven't checked out, you should go check out his blog. Really, really good. And he's kind of inspired me to do my blog. Mine's not nearly as good as his, but hopefully it'll get better. But Grant does a great job. But this is a Napoleonic game, card driven. The components look amazing. It's made by Sound of Drums, and it's on GameFound, so I have supported this, and hopefully I'm looking forward to getting a copy. But yeah, it's hard to believe that I'm buying another Napoleonic game. As you guys know, I bought my first one last year, Vive la Emperor, um, a Lutman game, and man, it's one of my favorites. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to Battle Commander Volume by Sound of Drums. So go check that out at GameFound just to see if you'd like a copy yourself. So we're going to come to this section, and we're talking about. I think I'm going to do a new feature called Roll Call, and I'm going to go see if I can get regular war gamers, just people who you see on the web or in Facebook groups or whatever, and it'll be a pre-recorded segment, and it'll be me asking them three questions. Those questions will change every week, but it'll just be me asking three general questions about war games, what they like to play, what they like about the hobby, that sort of thing. It'll be quick, easy. What do you guys think about something like that? Would you be interested in that? Would you be interested in longer segments? Maybe go to 5 questions. Tell me what you guys would like to see. Would you like to try to do it live? I think at the beginning I'm just going to do pre-recorded and just kind of add them in. But look, if there's enough demand, I'll do pretty much anything, right? Really do want to thank you guys for your feedback, getting a lot of comments on the YouTube channel. We are at 850 subscribers, and that is fantastic. I would really like to try to get to 1,000 by the end of February. We're clipping along pretty good. But again, I just thank you guys for as much as I can. And if you haven't subscribed and do the YouTube thing, give us a thumbs up, do all that YouTube stuff. And that would be great to help support us. Pass us along. If you've got a channel or if you got a Facebook page, hey, throw our name out there. I would greatly appreciate that. Well, folks, we are only at 15 minutes. So I think I'm going to have to find a way to extend these conversations because I think we could probably talk about the monster game thing a little bit. I know that when I looked at, in fact, we can pull that up real quick. So when I looked at the largest monster games, I found a BGG thread, and we'll just go down these while we got some time, right? Sorry, we'll get back to the leaving, but first one they've got is, of course, is War in the Pacific. 722 by 34-inch maps, almost 9,000 counters. That's crazy. Somebody said, I'd love to know how many people have bought this. The list price is $420. So I don't know if I'm spending $420 for any war game, but it does look cool. I love some of the pictures on here where they show some of the bigger games. There was one of these pictures had it up against the wall or something. It was crazy how big it was. Again, just a ton of counters, but this, like I said, I'm not paying 420 bucks for it, but it does look very, very cool. Yeah, here's a board. Check this out. I mean, that thing is humongous. And they've done a great job on getting all that together, but man, that is just a big, big war game. The second one they've got is War in Europe. I remember seeing this set up. I didn't realize it was that big a game, but oh yeah, I guess it is. So yeah, that's a lot of counters sitting up there. I don't know how good of game this is. Um, it's got a rating of 4 out of 5 on BG with a 7.4, but again, I don't take these ratings into account too much. They're flawed by people just flooding it. But yeah, that's kind of cool. It looks like there are 9 22 by 34-inch maps. That's just wild. Let's see what else they got on here. So again, the next one they got on the list is Advanced Squad Leader. I've played Red Barricades. If many of you have played ASL, you know the rulebook's a monster, but it is a lot of fun and still one of my favorites. I play starter kit now. I don't play anything else, but I do like the system. Then we've got Fire in the East. I remember seeing all of these being played when I was younger. It's got a 7.5 rating. Looks like it's been out for a while, but it looks like it's 6 multicolored maps, 20 different types of rivers. What's it say? 20 different types, including 2 types of rivers, forest, 4 types of cities, 2,500 counters. Just a huge game as well. Let's see if they've got any of them set up where we can see how big. Yeah, look at this board. So look at all that. That's just crazy. But so that's Fire in the East. Then they've got, let's see what else they got down here. I hadn't heard of this one. This Hollowed Ground. So let's see. Published by the Gamers, Civil War game. I think I do remember seeing it now. Part of the Civil War Brigade series, 13 scenarios. Seeing if somebody had this all set up where we could see it all. Looks like they don't. Looks like there's a lot of counters involved. But yeah, I can't talk much about this. I don't know anything about it. Let's see, 4 point got an 8 rating, so a lot of people like to play it, or the people who are at least judging it. Then we got Eurofront, the War in Europe. So I did see this being played at Origins last year. It was set up with a bunch of miniatures, looked really cool. But it's not. I don't think I would consider this a monster game. I mean, it's a big game, and I guess maybe it's because it's blocks. I don't consider it like a regular. I don't know, regular war game. For all you block people out there, sorry. Let's see. Scroll down here. Oh, they got a big one set up. The Longest Day. We talked about this earlier, and again, just tons and tons of the way they got this set up is crazy. Look at this. This is a short game. One of the short games I got set up. Look at all the it's all pinned up, and yeah, it's just a monster. It's crazy. And I heard the rule book was really kind of hard to learn, but again, maybe I've never looked at it, so I don't know. It's just stuff that I've heard. Let's go back to Case Blue. I know a lot of people. This is a huge game. Um, I have not seen this set up at all. I would love to see it set up. Look at that. I would love to see this set up at a convention someplace. I don't know anything about the game itself. Again, these games don't really interest me because I just know I can't get them on the table. They look really cool, but I just haven't invested in any of them. Then we talk about World in Flames. Let's see what else we got going on here. Let's look at a couple more before we move on. All these things are really expensive because I'm sure they're not going to be put back out there just because they're expensive. I mean, they're large and people nowadays aren't really playing them. Let's see what this is. It says playing time with 10 players is listed at 1,200 hours. So that's mind-boggling in its own right. Let's see. This poor gentleman looks like he's a little overwhelmed. Looks like a lot of bookkeeping to me. So that kind of takes me out of it. That little bitty box too. But I'm not big for those where you got to keep track of every little thing. I don't have the mind capacity to take care of that, or if I did, I still don't have the time to take care of it. Let's see a couple more down here. TW, I don't know anything about that. This, I've seen this set up on a table. La Bastille de Lepspe. I'm sorry, I'm butchering that. 7 by 34 colored maps. 1,200. It says the forces are represented by 1,200 color counters and 300 informational markers. But that looks like a big game as well. So I just wanted to show you guys some of that. We had some time, so I thought I would show you that. So one of the things I do want to check out is on Game Found, you've got Battle Commander Volume 1. One of the cool things about this when I was scrolling down is I really like the components of the game, and there's a lot of stuff on here that you can get. It's already met its goal in like I think it's at 80 minutes. Check out the little meeple, right? It came with that's pretty cool. And then they've just got some other stuff on here, but it's a chit-driven game, which I like. So it looks like it's three double-sided 22 by 17-inch mounts. That's a pretty big game. 100 silk printed wooden blocks, 99 custom wooden markers, 56 wooden cubes, 100 event. Yeah, that's a big game. Talk me into it, folks. Are you guys going to order it? What do you think? What are you looking at there? Do you think it's I mean, it's a great value. They've already raised plenty of money, so it's going to go. It's just one of those things that how we're going to look at it and go from there. So, all right, let's go back to our final sheet here. Again, I want to say thank you guys. We're at about 25 minutes. Make sure you go check out at Cardboard Commander on YouTube. Go check out our Facebook group. We'd love to have you on there. I've got an Instagram account. We've got go check out cardboardcommander.com. If you haven't checked that out, oh, I'll show you that real quick. Kind of redoing that. That's where the blog is at. But again, and we're also on X as CB Commander US. But yeah, let's check out the Cardboard Commander site. Do some shameless plugging. Uh, Basically, it just tells you what we got on the table, uh, and then just some other little stuff. But then this is the blog. And again, Grant does a great job. Oh, I forgot this game, Crete. That's from the Sky by Neva Games. I saw it being talked about as well, and it looks really good. I am going to back it. I love me some Crete game, so I'm really looking forward to that. So I'm kind of excited about that. You can go back it as well, but looks like they're getting going on that, and I'm excited to see what that's going to look like. They got some incoming games here. I'm really kind of impressed with Neva so far. I hope they continue to do well. So, all right, well, I'm going to go back and again, I really do appreciate everything that you guys support me in. I really appreciate the time that you spend on this podcast. I know you don't have to, but until next time, everybody, we'll talk to you soon. Okay, be safe, be kind, and happy wargaming. Bye, everybody.